What's good, everybody? Wake up, everybody. Wake up. We got action, y'all. Welcome in. It's your boy, Coach Smook, the favorite Alabama media personality and Alabama insider and sport media personality. Listen, I got something for y'all, man. Breaking news coming from the Alabama camp. We all saw, listen, if y'all watch the Coach Smook network, you don't be surprised when breaking news happens from the major networks. We always tend to be ahead of ESPN, right? That's not a feat. My pride in this industry and what happens, right? Especially inside news, it's when I'm able to be ahead of the other guys that's in the Bama space. And we were way ahead. We've been ahead. It's been no secret. I've been very vocal and respectful about it. But I want to show y'all something. For all my members that was in the chat yesterday, and we're not going to do a whole intro and all that stuff. We got literally the Smook Scoop live stream is public now from yesterday. If you go back and watch it from yesterday, you'll see everything that we reported should be happening in practice today, in the scrimmage today, happened. I got to go to this tweet from our good friends over at Touchdown Alabama, and I'm not throwing no shade right here. They're just confirming something that nobody was talking about yesterday. Not Clint Lamb, not Locked on Bama, not none of those guys. And I'm not throwing shade again. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying. Nobody was talking about the intel we had, the insider scoop that we had, the one that everybody says is so fake. Nobody was talking about one main thing that I made sure I acknowledged and gave you all clear, check this out. This is what's happening for sure. Our sources are saying this. And what was that, guys? I want y'all to type it in the chat. I'm not even going to say it. What did I say was the major change that was going to happen going into today's scrimmage when it came surrounding the quarterback battle? What was the major change? What was the major change? I want y'all to tell me before I show y'all this. I want to see it in the comments so I can have it live for everybody that keeps saying we fake insiders. What was the major change I said would happen going into today's scrimmage? And I don't want to give too many hints because then it'll start. Now, who start off better? I thought you said it. That's why I clicked on it. Now, who start off better? But what was the major change? I don't want to keep giving hints. I want to see a comment that says this because I'm trying to find a tweet now from our buddies. Dang, I don't even follow their Twitter. Dang, that's on me. I'm supposed to follow them guys. I rock with them. I think I unfollowed them because the offseason, I feel like everybody was trying to use everybody's content. So that was the first thing, right? That was the first thing I said. Well, if you go and look at TDA, they just tweeted something 26 minutes ago. Mind you, we said this yesterday on the live stream at 8:40 something in the morning. We were live when we were talking about this, 8:30 yesterday morning. This is what Touchdown Alabama has just confirmed. A credentialed media source, not like me, a non-credentialed media personality, a content creator. This is credentialed media that goes and asks questions at Alabama every time they have media availability. Keelan Russell was the first quarterback to take reps with the Crimson Tide's first team office in the second scrimmage. Now, with that confirmation, I'm going to toot my own horn today because y'all going to stop playing. That's what you're going to stop doing. You're going to stop playing with me, first of all. And then secondly, I'm going to give y'all the reports from practice because at this point, I don't care about because it's certain personnel, and I don't want to name drop. It's one person on that communication staff that's, I don't know what I've done to scare you, but we can have a conversation. And you don't have to use your power to try to gatekeep me for your homeboys. All of us could work together. Simple as that. But let me talk about it here. And I appreciate the sources that continue to rock with me. I will never put you in jeopardy of what you got going on, but I sure appreciate you for believing in me and seeing how being connected to something quality and real when it comes to reporting on Alabama is better for the fan base and better for the boys, for the players that actually show up. If y'all don't think these players don't know what some of these panels and panelists are saying about them, y'all are fools. Y'all are fools. I get plenty of messages after my live streams. Coach, I heard what you said. I seen what you said. You on point. Who told you that? I done got plenty of those text messages. So let's get into the details of practice. Today, Keelan Russell had the better day. It was not even close. My sources say you started with fire, you started with explosives. And I told you all, I feel like that was going to happen. One, in due in part, high in part. That buyers are getting cricket and cricket every year. High in part due to personnel mix-ups on the defensive side. You didn't see a lot of veteran presence, or the guys that's been kind of like you didn't see the first four D line go out there. First four D line. Now, did you see quality competition up front? Of course. But when you got to level the playing field on the aspect, and I explained it, I don't want to go back through it, but we know what the offensive line has been facing. This deep defensive line. You got first team, sometimes seeing 3 or 4 different guys in a period in front of them, giving them the same quality type of competition, competitive reps. So today, when that gets limited to where you're putting younger guys on the defensive side, you're putting younger guys in situations to really evaluate them and see how they can contribute as far as depth pieces. When you see a 90-plus play scrimmage, you're going to see a lot of young guys that haven't been put in those opportunities or been put in those situations before. They're going to get opportunities to either step up and create growing moments or execute at that level that the person in front of them was executing. And naturally, when you're not getting as many reps as somebody at a certain spot, you might miss a step. It could be a huge step or a small step, but you, as the quarterback, in situations like this, when the defense does this, especially on the front, you saw a lot of mix-ups on the back end today. Rael Kelly, Carmelo O'Neal spotted on the field together. Chuck McDonald playing a lot of reps today. And this is my sources talking to me. I don't care if y'all say what y'all want. I don't care what none of y'all Twitter folks, y'all trolls on Twitter, y'all been mad at me talking about I don't know nothing for the longest. Chris Lowe come out, now y'all jumping on his jump, retweeting, liking it. Like he, and I'm going to tell you, I know for a fact he's connected. I know for a fact that he's connected. So the fact that he's saying that Keelan Russell will be announced as a starting quarterback lets you know for some reason y'all need to stop doubting your boy and join the AAA family. I'm going to give you the rest of reports right after this. This is how you become a member of the AAA family and get exclusive reports, the real stuff. The stuff that you got to wait for ESPN to confirm and be waiting for them, the big name folks that get all the money to push behind them, that get all the flights played for them to fly to and talk to these folks for 30 minutes and get whatever intel they feel like they could gather from the conversations. Because I guarantee you nobody's told him, I bet you Kalen DeBoer hasn't told Chris Lowe verbatim, Keelan Russell's going to start. I guarantee you Ryan Grubb hasn't told him that. I guarantee you nobody's told him that, but I guarantee you he's gathered this from a context of reliable reports and sources that run in with some consistencies of his own evaluation and his thoughts on Keelan Russell. So share the live stream while we go to an infomercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to give you all the details of practice, everything you need to know about Alabama's post-scrimmage. And mind you, Kalen DeBoer is about to do his interview if he's not started just now. It should have started about 5 minutes ago. He's about to do the interview. We're going to react to that after it gets done. I want to let him finish. So anything that I'm saying about practice today, y'all know I haven't got to see the interview. I don't get to act like I get some context clues from Kalen DeBoer. I've seen y'all talking crazy about me in y'all little group chat so much, man. I get it. Y'all don't like the fact that God favored the young black man that never had any experience in this industry and just got a natural gift. Y'all, not everybody likes everybody to be favored, right? Not everybody likes for success to happen so fast. And my success didn't come with just an easy overnight success. I'm still going through it to today. I'm just so passionate about what I do, and I'm so authentic, and I want people to be able to grow from that, be impacted by the encounters with this program, with this show. So when we come back, we're going to get into the conversation, and I promise y'all going to love it. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not a member of the AAA family, you do not want to miss trying to become a member of this family by doing such. Check this out, family. Here we go. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage.
When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
All right, y'all. They finished the presser about 5 minutes ago with Coach Kalen DeBoer. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for the official footage. So we're going to go to rolltide.com and react. It might not be as smooth as when we get the official footage from the University of Alabama, but we're going to react to it. We're going to react to it right now, and we'll post the smooth footage on another VOD type content. And look, Dylan, you know I rock with you, boy. Was you in the Twitter space I was talking in? Because you literally just commented my immediate breakdown of what was happening in practice as it was happening. For those that don't know, I do go in the Twitter spaces and I talk with the HOC. Shout out to those guys, man. They've been very public about supporting me and rocking with the content, helping me get the news out, especially on Twitter when people call themselves calling me out. We don't pay attention to trolls. I might interact with a brave troll every now and then, but for the most part, you trolls, y'all ain't getting no more attention out of us. You know, we want to talk football. We want to talk real news and everything that everybody is missing out on. Right. And that's the good thing about being here on the Coach Smook Network. I'm going to get you the stuff you missing out on. Like the stuff that they can't tell you. I promise you I got it. I promise you I got it. So let's go ahead and watch the Kalen DeBoer interview. I'm going to give y'all everything. No. Before I do that, I want to finish telling about what happened today at practice. Of course, offense started off with a different type of spark today. Explosive, scored on Keelan led the offense into scoring position. All I think he had 6 drives. 6 drives. I don't know if the seventh drive was kind of like a split between him and Mac, or there was like a big play. I don't know what was reported, but the 6 drives, they were in scoring position. All drives that he took today. You talking about both quarterbacks taking an average, I think anywhere from 40 to 50 plays. I can't pull my phone up. My phone died on me. The doggone the back is messed up, so it's like it keeps dying on me if I don't plug it up the right way and it dies at like 70%. My battery life is going, chat. Y'all pray for me. Keep liking the stream and I'll be able to get a new phone. That's how I'll be able to pay for it. But get it here quick. But you had the explosives. Sedarian Morgan had explosive. Derek Meadows is one of the names that we're going to keep hearing about. Latsier Brooks did not scrimmage today. So what does that mean? You got to see Tyler Henderson's explosive ability. Talk about him getting an opportunity today, making a few catches. I think he had 2 or 3 receptions. They said were very good, nice catches. The running back room, Daniel Hill ran hard today. Kevin Riley, Trayshawn Brown, Khalifa Keith, preferred walk-on. They said it was either the number 36 or 29, or 36 or 29 was the extra back getting carries today. AK there, EJ not available. Not going to get a lot of reps from Daniel Hill and Kevin, being that you're trying to keep that room healthy. So to hear them take advantage of the early opportunities, like we want to see from, I've explained it so many times in this run game, in this run, in the scheme for this offense, the running backs have to be able to, if they want to get the numbers right, if they want to reach certain marks, they have to be able to be explosive early in their rep count, early in their carries. So Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley getting quality productive production from the backfield and handoffs today being reported to us. That's huge. The quarterback thing, I keep telling you, I said at the beginning of the show, Keelan Russell has consistently met the mark. Today started off fast. The offense starts fast. Every time he goes in with the first team offense, you start fast. When you go in with Austin Mack, you create opportunities for, I ain't gonna say create opportunities. There has been a consistency in the defense gaining the edge earlier than the offense working their way back up. Well, today the script changed. Didn't matter what happened after. When Keelan started the scrimmage with the offense showed up and played a big offensive day. A lot of explosives reported, everything being reported today. Let's watch Kalen DeBoer's interview and get the reaction here. Like I said, I'm gonna stay on the screen today so y'all can see the live reaction. This, I have not seen it. I was waiting for it to come live when I was in HOC about an hour ago or 30 minutes ago. Now we got it. Let's react to it. Here we go. Kalen DeBoer, y'all.
Scrimmage scenario and situation we had earlier before scrimmage one, where they dropped off, and we made note of that. And then that was, kind of the offense's job now to make sure that they won. We're to see, and not a bad call, really devoted.
Hold on, chat. I got to go back. It was like a 5-minute wait.
You bet. All right, good morning. Just finished about a little over 90 play scrimmage.
Stop. How do you know that, Coach Smook, if you haven't watched it? Shut up.
Ones and twos. Finished up with some threes. Good work at all areas of the field. So just probably the general feel, I think, of the week would be that we made a lot of progress. I felt like we consistently get better. There's no drop-offs, and that's what I want to see. We still got some big weeks ahead. I think that it was this time a year ago where we didn't continue to take those.
But did Matt the Great said it would be Keelan Russell? Not before me, bro. Not before me. And I even did a reaction. Go look at my Coach Smook Reacts page. I did a reaction to this, to Matt Be Great announcing it. And I know you just, Chad, you don't come around consistently. You don't have a wristband. But I will go on record and say that I've been the one ahead of everyone saying that Keelan Russell was going to be the guy. As a matter of fact, I'm about to call Brian right now. Should I call him from the show? And I want him to pay me my money. I'm gonna call y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all that I've been saying it before anybody. I have a source that used to call into the show. They connected. I want to get him on the show right now, and we're gonna have this conversation. Cause me and him had a bet. About who the starter would be.
Strides.
And he came at me with this BS narrative about, bro, I'm freaking connected, man. God, I thank you. I'm excited, y'all. I get to beat my chest a little bit. I love my sources. We going out to eat when I come to Tuscaloosa. I know y'all watching. We're going out to eat. And I'm going to ask publicly, without saying your names, if y'all don't mind, can we take a picture together to kind of shut down? Okay, this is my little rant, and then I'm going to just let it ride. As a sports media personality in the Alabama fan base, it was never my intent to come into this industry at this stage. Never. I never had an idea about doing talk shows or calling shows or reporting on. I just like talking Bama football. So when I got pulled into this space, when I was on Kyle's channel, and the masses praised me, right, for the stuff that we was doing. They praised me that what I was doing for Kyle on his channel. Everybody believed all the reports because I was on his Bama football channel. Nothing's changed. I want y'all to understand. That type of content, insider reports, breaking news, was not being put out on his channel until Coach Smook got there. And I'm not boasting, I'm just being real. People would not talk to his channel because of who it was. They came and started talking to me, not knowing that I was even affiliated. And when they found out I was affiliated with that channel, they was like, oh wow, that channel has this type of personality. Oh, we could talk to him. And I built off of that. I didn't build off of that just off of the strength of Coach Smook. I was doing it for Bama football on YouTube. But when that crap went down and he fired me, I said it that day. I said, this moment right here is going to be the reason why I take off. And there are people that are on that staff, that are people that are parents that are still connected in that program, that watch some of the things that happened on that show and saw some things be put out by him and other media personnel that mainstream media that are scared to really stand out and speak on the truths of what's happening and build relationships. And I get it. Protect the program. You don't want everything out there, but I think there is a certain product that you can go and evaluate. And I think Coach Smook Network product is that. We're passionate about what we do, and we're passionate about protecting the program. And for me, media doesn't have to be biased, but if you're a Bama media personality, you should be talking from a standpoint to protect the program. And I feel like I do that. So when we get information, because we speak so highly of what's happening, we trust the staff. And this is genuine. We really want well for the child, the young men that show up at Alabama, whether they finish their career in Crimson or they, whatever. If they cross Coach Smook Network paths, we try to make those type of impacts and those type of connections. That's what keep us connected. So the things that y'all want from the likes of my bro Clint Lamb, I'm not knocking him. What he does for Bama reporting is great. It's great. That he's saving Bama. I'm just being honest. He's saving BOL. He's saving BOL. What Luke and Jimmy do at Locked On Bama, if Locked On lose those guys for Bama football coverage on Locked On, they don't have nothing. The fans' perspective with some real legitimacy talk that you get from Ryan Fowler and Mick Gillespie and the what they call it, the barbecue, the backyard crew, whatever. Not way outside. It's another crew that's doing stuff now. The quality, those people, they know how to push the bar with being boxed in. And they rock with me because they know your boy ain't boxed in. I could say some stuff and they could say whatever they want. You can't ban me for using freedom of speech. You may not ever give me credentials, but you can't ban me from somewhere just for speaking on my opinion publicly. Regardless of how I get the information, you can't ban me. So when people say I've been banned from this facility, how many times have y'all seen me walk around in Malmore since I've been working at doggone since I got fired from Kyle? That's besides the point. Let's go back to the DeBoer. I just want to say that first thing he said was talking about the amount of snaps. On point. Our sources kept us in the loop on that. That's where we at. Kyle Banks, what you missed is you don't have a wristband. Aaron McGuire, what you missed is y'all don't have a wristband, man. Y'all need wristbands. Y'all need to pop up when I click on y'all names. Y'all need to pop up, and those icons like that, those need to pop up when I click on your name. Think about getting that membership. And shout out to my guy, Tommy C. Gunn. Tommy C. Gunn with that 49. I didn't even see that. Why didn't it pop up? $49.99 super chat from my guy. Appreciate you, man. Becoming another sponsor here on the Coach Smook Network, supporting the Coach Smook Network and the growth that we're trying to have. We're trying to get the 5K subscribers by. Y'all help us get there. We're a little bit over 500 away. I think we're a little bit over 500 away. We could do it. Especially when we ahead of the reports, man. Chris Lowe. Somebody retweet this. Chris Lowe, you could have called me. I could have gave you the scoop. You didn't have to wait till this morning. I could have gave it to you yesterday morning, big bro. I know your brother-in-law is on the side. We know. But even he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Even he didn't know. Go Smook. Appreciate the $49.99. Let's get back to playing the boy, y'all.
Moving forward, but some good stuff to learn from. Love having the officials out there. We were much cleaner, especially pre-snap in this scrimmage than what we were last scrimmage, and even in the week of practice. So
we literally talked about this morning.
But just getting their input and interpretations on some things, it's good to have the officials out there. So a lot of the guys that you'd expect, I think, are doing a good job, and managing the scrimmage. You don't see it all. So, but there's a lot of guys I think that you'd expect, the starters in particular, that I think just consistently do their thing. And so some guys that I'm sure you'll ask about that are behind them that are pushing for spots. So we got some competition still going. at a number of places, and that's healthy for our football team. But I thought today was a really good day.
Yeah, I love he's trying so hard not to go ahead and make the statement in his initial comment. I could look at the board right now. Them ears are perked up. He waiting for that question. And I hope it's the first one. If we was to play this weekend, who's the starting quarterback? I hope somebody get bold enough and do it. Some people act like you got to build up to it. No, you only got 10 minutes with this dude, man. We've been saying he was the next man up during last season. Facts, Darren. Been saying it for the longest. Been saying it. Appreciate you, Tommy. Appreciate you, fam. For real, man. And if y'all don't mind, let's take 20 seconds to share it while Coach Smook finishes this statement. Everybody share it on each platform.
Yeah, hey, Coach. Just what did the quarterback show you today, and do you feel ready to make a decision after the second scrimmage?
Weak.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
weak.
Again, I'm looking at the whole thing. And
Weak. That is not how you ask that question to get the answer that you want. Let's see what he say, though. Let's see.
Of course, it does matter when you get to a scrimmage. And we scrimmage literally every day to some extent in practice, moving the ball, playing the situations. And so today was just more of that. And
what? They still ain't announced it. You better listen to me. you show up. Please, y'all. Y'all gotta start doing better with these profiles and stuff. You don't have to troll. You don't have to.
You kind of get a pretty good idea. But stepping inside of Bryant Denny, kind of the day is really devoted to a scrimmage. And so, what do you got? It is important to perform at your best on a day like today. But I think it's just been consistent. I think, again, when I say pre-snap, it is everyone, but I think a lot of that starts with the quarterback, right? How he comes in the huddle. I think they're clean with, the command and calls and getting the line of scrimmage. I would say this, I think pre-snap, any checks, I felt like they were on it on another level than what they were a week ago, which is what you'd expect. And, we made a note of that, and they've improved on that drastically. So getting us in, more than anything, getting us out of bad calls and bad looks. And that's, a big part of the quarterback's job other than executing the play. So we'll work through it here this weekend, see where we're at, and just continue to discuss it as a coaching staff.
The answer is in, chat. Coach DeBoer, you not tricking nobody, man. You're not tricking me. You're not tricking me. You're not tricking me. I want y'all to look at this face real quick. That's a Coach Saban, you can't make me tell you nothing I don't want to tell you yet face. Come on, man. That's it. That's it. That's the Coach DeBoer. That's the Coach Saban. That's the classic Coach Saban. You can't make me tell you nothing I don't want to tell you yet. Listen, I already told y'all the stats. 23 of 28, 24 of 29, whatever the exact number was. I got two different numbers, but it seems like Keelan Russell had the more efficient day. You have three scoring touchdowns and one callback. Both sources confirmed that this is the second scrimmage in a row where his performance has been consistently positive with the defense. Last scrimmage dominating. He was still the better of the two. And then today, it starts fast because he takes the first team snaps. Keep talking, Coach DeBoer.
Last week you talked about the offense starting a little bit slow and some early turnovers. Just were they able to start faster today and limit turnovers?
Yeah. I think we had one turnover. Might be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it was just one on the day. And just, again, the intentionality is what I love to see. And last week, the defense, the intentionality on the energy, not just starting, but how they were at the end was really important.
So any of my HOC people in the chat, y'all remember I talked about the turnover today? One turnover. Y'all remember I said that? And please, I'm gonna open the phone lines. I need somebody on the phone line. Let me see if I can get J-Ro on the phone. Can I get one of my HOC viewers on the phone line? Because it's one thing for me to be like, I said this, but then it's another thing to say I was in the space when you were talking about this. And literally in the space, we were like, what time is his interview? I said it should be starting in about 10 minutes. It's like, no, it's up now. I was like, no, they might have it streaming, but he ain't going to be up there until 15 minutes after. right? 334-625-1121. That's the phone number. You can call in if y'all want to. If you were part of the space, the Twitter space that I was in, about an hour ago. We was in the HOC Twitter space. I would like for you to call in to confirm or deny anything that I'm saying. Just if I'm lying, tell me I'm a liar. Tell everybody I'm a liar. If I'm telling the truth, that's what I want. I need that from y'all today because this is crazy. You would have thought I was at the interview. Let's keep going. Let's keep talking to Coach DeBoer. But I said this, man. One turnover. Austin Mack threw a pick today. And there was a fumble in the exchange point by Austin Mack and the running back. They might have recovered it, but like you said, Coach DeBoer confirmed one.
To them, and that was really
Shout out to our sources.
Scrimmage scenario and situation we had earlier before scrimmage 1, where they dropped off, and we made a note of that, and then that was kind of the offense's job now to make sure that they address the areas where we fell short, and I thought they did that. I think they came out and moved the ball down the field early and consistently. It starts again with just getting to the line of scrimmage and your operation there. Everyone breaking a huddle, and all it takes is one guy going to a wrong position, and now the quarterback.
All right, I'm sorry. I keep stopping y'all. I'm doing this because I don't care at this point. I just got to text y'all. Austin Mack may have re-aggravated an injury on his second drive of the scrimmage. Not sure if it's going to be put out publicly, but if so, here's some more scoop for you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
Trying to get that corrected. So less of that all week in practice, and I think you saw that today. The offense, I thought, did a much better job. You can see that they're honing in on the things that they do well. There's always areas that are weaknesses across the team that we need to continue to work on. The one thing about offensive football, you get to kind of decide what you want to do and
Hey, chat, we got 63 people in the chat, only 40 likes. We had 82 before this thing updated. Keep running the likes up, chat.
Who had to sit
likes are free. Come on,
and
likes.
get out of the scrimmage healthy.
Mm-hmm. Sitting for due to injury or anything. Yeah, I mean injury. As far as just guys that are still out, EJ is not scrimmaging, and I'd expect him. We're really hopeful that sometime next week he's coming back to step on the football field and practice. I would put Latsier in the same category. Did not scrimmage today. Nick Sherman did suffer an injury today, and he'll be evaluated to lower.
Oh, so that's who the other 29 was.
That was
HOC.
Any injuries that happened in the practice today. So is there anyone
HOC? That's who the other one was.
Just how ready do you feel like Trayshawn Brown is to contribute right away? I was going to ask about EJ, but there we go. You just gave that.
Yeah. I just really think that Trayshawn, especially going to camp, that's the question, and you just feel more and more comfortable with him out there. Honestly, I felt pretty good about him as a ball carrier. Based on what we saw this spring, he's just always working on ball security and the things that just it's faster at the college level, but he's really adapted well. And then it just leads into pass protections and any checks the quarterback makes. And you can see just he's a smart guy. It matters to him. So he's definitely not noticeable in a bad way out there. He's going out there making plays and continue to progress. And I think EJ was heading that way too. So it'd be good to get him back out there on the field.
Yes, Elijah.
Hey, Kalen, is there any separation between Keelan and Austin at this point?
Now we talking. Look at him. Now he's already thinking, how do I not give them this? Because we got a quota to meet. I got to still be a businessman. As the head coach of Alabama, I still got to handle business. Let's see how Coach DeBoer handle business. Let's see.
I mean, depends on what you're looking at. Again.
What do you mean? What are we looking at? Kayla, listen. KD. Listen, I'm gonna talk to you real quick. I gotta talk to him real quick before I let him continue on. Before we continue to listen. Kaylin, we need to know something, man. Are you ready to party this year, or you just? I feel like Kaylin's ready to party, but we do need to know something, Kaylin, the boy. Who are you going to hire on staff to help you with your poker face? Cause it's bad. It's bad. It is bad. It is bad. It is bad. You know what I need to do? You know what I need to do? I need to go and find the presser from year 1. I need to find the one from the announcement in year 2. I need some help from my team too, from my supporters. Can y'all find a clip when Kaylin DeBoer announced QB1 in 2024 and 2025? Or find a clip where he was asked a question about separation. And I want to see the response, because this is eerily similar to announcement day when Jalen Murrow, Ty Simpson. We 2 for 2 on that, by the way.
The ball down the field, and both of them, I have to look exactly the drive charts because they flip so much between 1s and 2s. But we can go in with either one of them. I feel very comfortable with that. And obviously we got to pick one, and we will pick one.
We know you picked already.
We'll continue to work through that here.
We know you picked
in the days ahead.
Yeah, how's Lorcan, Quinn, and Connor Talty fared in the scrimmages, and are you pleased with their progress this fall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think both of them, are very, very talented. And I think Connor's really built a lot of momentum through the offseason, especially since the summer. Lorcan, you can see what he's got as far as leg strength,
accuracy,
whether it's field goals, kickoffs, and just maturity. And so he responds and battles back. There's going to be adversity. You're not going to be perfect as a kicker. So a lot of it is like, what's it look like the next kick? What's your response?
Hey, y'all, right now I got to pause it because we got 80 people in the chat. I need y'all to continue running them likes up. Thank y'all for the 54 likes thus far. Likes are absolutely free, y'all. I got so many people in the chat right now, and I need y'all to drop comments. We got 254 viewers on Twitter. People are really like hating over on that side for what reason, I don't know. If you're not a hater on Twitter, come over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Hit the like button. That's free. Drop a comment. Give me your thoughts on Alabama's quarterback battle. Do you think it's going to be Keelan Russell or Austin Mack? I've been predicting Keelan Russell for the whole camp. I've told y'all from the jump. I felt like that just the consistency and getting better is going to be the thing that ends up taking it. Anytime you have inconsistencies, they show up more often, right? When you have major inconsistencies, they show up more often than somebody that's steadily, gradually getting better. All right. We did different analogies on breaking this thing down. Y'all want to get the final thoughts. Run the likes up. Run the likes up. Continue running the likes up, man. We got 77 in the chat. Continue running the likes up. Appreciate y'all for the 60 likes on the stream. Thank y'all for doing what y'all do, man. We continue now. Let's get it. And I'm going to keep the comments going on the screen, so keep commenting.
It's a strong competition right now. I mean, it's a battle. And I mean that in a good way because they're both kicking very well.
Coach, you mentioned that pre-snap was cleaned up. How do you feel like the overall offensive communication was today?
Mm-hmm. A lot of it ends up just not just how you break, but when you get to the line of scrimmage, what that urgency, communication, all of it, just what it feels like. And you can almost anticipate that a play is going to be executed well by how it sounds with the line talking, how they break the huddle. And you can just see there's more and more confidence, and that's leading to I would just say, generally speaking, this week, you're not having busts like we would have week 1. You're seeing a gel. You're seeing now you're seeing holes open up, for the running backs to run through. And, we broke down what an explosive run play, what it takes during the beginning of fall camp. And that's, the yards you get before contact. That's making a missed tackle, and so, there's a formula to that when you play the percentages, and I think you're seeing more and more of that happen, but it starts all up front with the offensive line. The protection, I think, was ahead of the run game early in camp. I would have said, I think last week that I liked the direction we were going. I think this week the run game has continued to improve. I think we had as a team, I think we had 4 really good practices this week. Yesterday was more of a walkthrough.
Yeah, do y'all remember how I explained yesterday's? Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'll let y'all have it.
Meadows in place of Rozier.
Yeah. Meadows got a lot more opportunities today, and that's a lot.
Hey, Kareem, they didn't necessarily announce it. They didn't announce it, but if you've been watching, which I know you have, we've been on top of it as always. It ain't no surprise to you. You've been around here. You know what time it is. But yeah, you know what it is.
That's when it comes to. I thought Rico 2 days ago really took advantage of some balls that came his way. Made a lot of nice plays. I mean, they're both very trustworthy with everything, and it's the responsibilities. It's not about that now. It's about going out and use your athleticism to make plays. But I thought Derek, and again, a lot of it's because of the opportunities you get. He got more opportunities today than most of the receiving core, and I thought today was a really good growth day for him. Competitive catches, in particular. So, using that big body to go up and make some plays. You're not going to catch them all. It's ball placement. It's the defender you're going against. But I like the way he's battling, and he's really growing.
I told y'all Meadows was gonna be that dude for us this year. Y'all ain't want to hear it. Listen, final thoughts, man. I'm not gonna hold it up long. I've been on top of this from the jump. People can play and act like the coverage is the inside the scoop is fake. The scoop is fake. But y'all know what it is, man, and y'all see it. Y'all see it, and it's going to continue to grow as we continue to build relationships. You know what's different between me and others? It's not that I'm bragging or I'm boastful. Is that people love the authenticity that we stand in, right? And when people finally, hold on, it's been happening. First team. Hey, so I got a source. Well, he ain't no source. I ain't even gonna give him that credit no more. Someone that thought they was connected. Now he's backpedaling. And don't want to talk. Don't want to have a conversation. This is how I know I be in it, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say this and this ain't no call to nothing, right? This is just me being real. At Alabama, if you're an alumni that played for Coach Saban, if you were a hang around the locker room person during Coach Saban era, if you're a former player from before Coach Saban era, and I'm seeing this narrative amongst the people that are supposed to be connected, right? As an insider, I try to make the right relationship so that we can put the right information out. A lot of people that were connected or had ties to Coach Saban during the great era, they feel like they're still plugged in, and they are so far from being plugged in. But it's so funny. Like I hear one thing from them, and then I talk to a parent. I will talk to a staff member, like an analyst or somebody that I've known even before they or had some type of interaction with before they were an official analyst, right? This is dumb. I'm gonna just go ahead and call this conversation out. It's distracting me. I'm gonna tell you. So this person I made a bet with is supposed to be connected. They're supposed to be like at this program at Alabama every day. We made a bet about who the starting quarterback would be a month ago, right? I locked in with Keelan based off of my analysis, not anything that I confirmed. He locked in with Austin Mack based off of his connection to the organization. I called him on everything he was saying, said that ain't what I'm hearing. He was talking about this, what you just heard. Ain't nobody else saying what you heard to me. And you like real far off, other than the mainstream narrative. I'm live, dude. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call him right now. Let me go ahead and do this live for y'all. Y'all need to see this. This is what I deal with. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to call him. I got to. Get tired of people playing. I get tired of people playing, bro. Let's get this on there. What up, Coach? Roll Tide. What up, there? I mean, it's your boy, Coach Smook, and I'm ready to talk ball. Get on the line, man. Stop hiding behind text. It's Coach Smook. Whatever. So he's trying to say he in some huge meeting now with South Alabama all of a sudden. But you texted me. Mm. Mm. Oh, you don't want to take that phone call because you know what time it is. It's all good. We're going to have this conversation tonight because not only did he predict Austin Mack, he said Keelan Russell wouldn't get a chance to start this season. That's what he said. He said Keelan would get an opportunity. I still feel like if they select Mack to start against ECU, Keelan Russell will start against Kentucky. They will do that. But I know for a fact the competition isn't at that point. It's being drawn out to this point to give Mack an opportunity to correct what he's messing up. It would be fair. It would be unfair to not give him the opportunity. This man said, since you're so sure about your sources, that means you're going to meet me on the sideline at Georgia game. What did that got to do with anything about? Just because you got alumni connections and your brother played and you get to get connections based off of his alumnus status, right? Don't mean you connected, bro. You get the perks of being connected to somebody that's connected. That's it. That's it. I get it. Man, please. He talking about you don't have press passes. What does that mean? What does that mean? That's how you know he mad. That's how you know he in his feelings. That's how you know he in his feelings. He talking about press passes and stuff. I'm talking about the starting quarterback position based off of the sources reported that you've been getting and that I've been getting. And some ain't lining up, brother. You way off, I'm way on. What are we talking about? You've been getting your information from way outside Cotton and them. That's what your problem is. You've been been watching their channel instead of rocking with somebody you said you rock with. You've been trying to put little details, want to contest everything I say in the little group text, and then when I call you on your BS, you ain't got nothing to say. I got you though. Some people just don't like to be wrong, Smook, and that's facts. Hey, you know what's funny? I don't like to be wrong, but when your boy wrong, I think I'm the first to come on this live and be like, y'all, I missed it. I caught this. I thought this. I feel like this. This what happened. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's part of the industry. At the end of the day, one thing he is right about, and a lot of fans are right about, I don't know what the coaches are thinking. I only could speculate like the rest of everybody in the country. Right? It just seems that over time, over the last 3 years, my speculations have coincided with a lot of the things that have transpired. And that's a fact. That's a fact. I love when the views on the tweets be like 40 and 50K, but you only got like 90 likes, 100 likes. Nobody watches your stuff. And why are you looking at my tweets? Why are you actually clicking on my tweets to see who comment and to see what they say? You looking for one of the mainstream guys that's kind of already vetted, been doing it longer than me to vet me? I ain't wait for them to vet me. One thing about the internet, y'all, especially when it comes to live streams, you can't go back and erase it. I could delete it off of YouTube, but guess what? You can still go back to the archives and find the clip. Somebody done clipped it. It's gonna be posted somewhere. YouTube got it on somewhere. Twitter got it somewhere. I'm just saying. I wonder if the HOC opened a little chat back up. I think I'm about to get back in the space over there. Hey, you goofy. You goofy, Brian. This man said, don't hide for my, what you mean? You're going to be hiding because you the one losing the bet. He said, show me your press pass real quick. You know, the funny thing is, I don't need a press pass to get on the same level as you, bro. Like, what good does a press pass do you when you're just a fan? You're not there for no reason. You don't, like, that's all you do. I don't need a press pass the funny thing is, you have to get a press pass to get the information. I don't. That's it. I don't need a press pass to be an insider. What is your point? Anyways, like I said, we already got the reports. If you didn't get the reports on the QB battle, the stats and everything that's been reported, we reported at the beginning of the show. We talked about all the changes that would happen on the defensive side to create some depth opportunities. But in that happening, we saw, and we predicted that it would give the quarterbacks an opportunity to really establish some type of separation or showcase what they could do in game-like reaction situations. Oh yeah. Show your press passes. What they got to do with you being wrong about predicting the quarterback and not being truly connected? Like, it's okay. It's cool that you got a brother that played for Alabama and you get to ride off his coattail. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not arguing with him. He just, listen, I ain't gonna show his name. That's how the text thread goes. The green is me. What you can't see is me. That's how the text thread goes. Cause he be so wrong. You know how when you know how like you see dudes when their girlfriend catch them cheating or something, and they be at work, they be cool, we be talking sports women, and then the next minute they off to the side, they looking stressed out in their phone, texting and checking their phone. Their phone ain't going off, but they keep checking it, and then you see them, they sending longer messages than usual. That's the type of dude he is, y'all. He trying to backpedal, and then watch. Then go try to play like, trying to help me on my computer, trying to help me. He loud and wrong, don't it, Jadarius? Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, towards reports and content, my guy. Folks gonna be who they are. You don't owe them. Listen, that's part of my content, though. This is me, and I get what you're saying. Part of my content is being out front and saying what happened, exposing how it really happens. Because when it's happening, I don't speak on it. I let everybody pop off and do what they gonna say. And then when everything starts falling in line with Coach Smook said, with what Coach Smook had to say or put out, everybody get quiet. All of a sudden, the fake insider ain't got no haters. Ain't nobody saying that no more. They quiet. My guy, your boy Locke said, appreciate the super chat, $4.99 super chat. He says, nice content. I appreciate the time and the effort you put in. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being a member too, and coming on there as a sponsor this month for the Coach Smook Network. Listen, if y'all want to get on this sponsor banner at the bottom, it's easy, man. It's easy to get on the sponsorship banner. All you gotta do is get the memberships, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and or a super chat, right? Either one of those will get you as a co-sponsor. The jewels, the gifts, hype the videos up when you're watching it post live. Hype the videos up and help us grow. I'm trying to take us to an hour. That's why we're doing small talk, because I have no more official reporting to do. I don't want to keep talking over stuff. So your comments and your interaction is huge right now. $4.99 super chat. Thank you, my brother, for the $4.99 super chat. As always, every donation, every gift is appreciated. You are a press pass, Smook, 100%. Antoine, I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the support. Smook, don't get bothered. Just keep bringing real info. Folk, the info will speak for itself, and breaking down from a true logical perspective beyond being biased, because I got people just like that also. Facts, bro. Facts, Chapman. Appreciate you for showing up, man. I find it funny. These are the moments, my fault. I didn't mean to laugh at you. But these are the moments I get to kind of sit back and do this in these moments, because we've sat here, we've talked about it. We've talked about this for hours and hours over the spring camp. We talked about it over the summer break. And see, the funny thing about being an insider in off season, everybody's spread out. But this year, the reason why we were so closely connected with how things were transpired, because a lot of these players stayed on campus. They stayed in town. I kept talking about that. How I kept We would get invites to training sessions. We were seeing this player and this group of players go to Florida to train with this guy Tuesday, Wednesday. And they come back on campus for Thursday for team workouts, Friday team workouts, Saturday team workouts, Sunday church together, hanging out together. They're going to work out, walk through recovery stuff in the afternoon together. Like, this team is different. Facts, 100%. And just for being wrong, Kareem, just for being wrong, my character, I've been bold. I'm a very bold person. I'm very, I feel like I'm very well educated. I speak well, right? And when people come from my name is one thing, but then when you start attacking the character, that's when I kind of get like, I ain't did nothing to y'all, but do what I do. Who do you project to start at O-line and wide receiver? 5 Adams, we did a whole episode on that, man. You're going to have to get a wristband to get us to go back and talk about that again, my guy. Appreciate you for pulling up, though. Get you a wristband, man. I got to start showing more appreciation to my members for real, man. Y'all don't know this. The channel's been through a whole change as far as how much the memberships is, something I had no control over, right? So the ones that continue to stay members and renew that membership, I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate you. And for the subscribers, I'm not going to disregard the subscribers, but it means something a little bit. It's a little bit more intimate when you take money out your own pocket and say, I'm going to support this guy's growth and what he's doing on his channel with money that I've earned. I've worked hard to earn. What I do to earn my money ain't the same as y'all. I commend all you that work 9 to 5s and, work 12-hour shifts and all that stuff. I commend all of you. Not that I don't want to, but there's an opportunity for me to really establish something legacy-wise for me and my family. And I want to take advantage of it. And I trust God in it. I wouldn't be doing it unless God told me to. So shout out to Tommy Green for becoming a new member of the AAA family. Appreciate you for that, Tommy Green. And then donating the $49.99 super chat, man. Y'all give it up. That's a horn. Anytime we get them purple, them dark color super chats, those get the horns. And then shout out to my guy, your boy Black, man. Your boy Black tapping in with the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you for pulling up. Ryan, you gotta call me on the show. Don't be calling my personal number. I'm about to call you. I'm about to call you. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't call me. Do you want to call back on my personal number? Nah, bro. I want you live. Let me stop the music. Yeah, he don't want to answer that number. He know it's the phone call number too. He knows the call-in number. He don't want to. This Smook, bro. I'm live. I told you I'm live. You want to talk to me? Come talk. In front of everybody. I ain't got nothing to hide. You say you a source? Let's talk. Live. Ain't nobody gonna see your face. See, that's the difference, man. I got my face on all this stuff. They could hide behind text messages and group text. What's y'all thoughts on the mentality of players going into prep week? Okay, I can end the show with that. That's a great question. And I think I'm gonna end the show with that. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. The mentality was kind of established from spring ball. Okay, yeah, we got the call, y'all. I'm sorry, I gotta do this. Yo, Brian Harper's in the game. Finally, you coming out the darkness to stop hiding. Let's talk about this, man. Talk about it. Yeah, you in the darkness, man. Blowing my phone up. Listen. Blowing up my phone with all that crazy talk. Austin Mack gonna be the starter because NCAA 27 came out and he the starter on there. Not all that. Not all this talk about some Austin Mack as a starter because NCAA got him as a starter, and then that's what you wrote off of. Come on, let's talk, man. Let's talk. Listen. So what's your thoughts, man? What are you saying about the quarterback battle again? We got to get this on wax. So when you pay up, we ain't got no discrepancies. What's your prediction and why? Talk to me.
So since he has not named it after the second scrimmage, Austin Mack is going to start against East Carolina. You can be fans, you can be this, but when you go to any drill since last week, Austin Mack ran the 3-quarterback drill as a one, and he ran all the short individual drills as a one. Then so did Keelan Russell. But today, if you're going to give the whole thing to Keelan Russell, and after that, Coach DeBoer still has not said it's clearly him, you're going to go with the guy that you put in against Indiana. So, I mean, you can put it on wax, you can put it on Blu-ray, whatever you want to put it on. But come East Carolina, Austin Mack will be your starter. And if he does not do well against a big game, maybe they'll insert Keelan Russell. But when they take the field, Austin Mack's going to be the starter. So you good? You got your clout. You got you good?
Ain't no clout. Ain't no clout. I don't have time to do the small talk if it ain't go pay me. You ain't paying me with all them text messages. It's about using the very thing that you try to call me out on. The very thing that you try to call me out on. I'm gonna bring it in front of everybody. Hey, this is great content so that we can call you on your BS, brother. First of all, you said this is the first time Keelan is taking first team snaps. No, Keelan took first team snaps the first week coming out of fall camp. He ran 11s. He ran the 11 period with it. He ran the run period with him. Like he ran red zone period with ones. There has been no decisive difference in load management or rep count between the two quarterbacks. That's one indicator to let you know that Austin Mack is in trouble and that he's probably not in the lead to be the starter. But then after last week, to get the start with Austin Mack, right, that we got 2 turnovers on the first drive. I was at the scrimmage, 2 turnovers on the first drive. The first pick was definitely on him. The fumble in the exchange, right? You can go between him and Daniel Hill, don't matter. But the offense didn't move his first 2 drives. A gain of -4 yards on his first 2 drives. Then you go out and you get a Keelan Russell against the same fronts, against the same defense. His ball moves. He doesn't get a first down on the first drive. He gets 2 first downs on the second drive. Turnover on downs. After 2 drop passes on that drive, you come out. Your first scoring drive is with Keelan Russell. Then you turn around and you come back on a scrimmage the next week. You're going to do some different things on the defense. I reported on this. I ain't got to tell you. You don't watch my content, but if you go back and watch it, you'll know. I reported on how a scrimmage will go today with personnel on the defensive side, different looks up front with personnel so that you can get a better look at the O-line evaluation. But I said whichever quarterback ran by the horn in this scrimmage and could get us off to a fast start, that's going to make a decision. There's plenty of confirmations. And you say you connected, brother. There's plenty of confirmations that talk about the 4 explosive plays that started the scrimmage off from the offense with Keelan Russell starting at the quarterback. And there is no beating around the bush around it no more. This man is going to win the job. So for you to say what you said about him, Austin Mack playing in Indiana, what good would it have done for Keelan Russell's development to get thrown in against Indiana? Any other game before the Indiana game, Austin Mack would get reps and then Keelan would get reps. So clearly they feel comfortable. If there was a true 1-2 pecking order, if Mack was really pulled ahead, he would have been the only backup quarterback to get reps in those other games. But he didn't. They made it intentional. They would give Mack a drive and then they'll throw Keelan out there. If he scored or not, if he moved the ball or not, they was going to make sure Keelan got reps. There's an intentionalness on getting this man an opportunity to be in his live action. Today was it. He passed the test. Brian, that's all I needed. That's all I need. I don't want to hear nothing else from you, honestly. What else you got to say,
dude,
man?
I get it. Clout chasing. Oh, my God. You're so funny to me, dude.
Get it.
You're funny to me. Let me answer your own question, Mr. Football, since you know so much.
Let's talk.
If Keelan Russell, since you know so much, if Keelan Russell made such a big leap, in the spring, from there, how come he hasn't taken an even larger leap through fall practice? If he made such a big leap in the spring,
in whose eyes has he not taken a larger leap?
That's you.
In whose eyes has Keelan Russell? Listen.
Y'all made the name.
In whose eyes has he not taken a larger leap?
You named him in the spring, did you not? Yes or no?
Yes, I did. In whose eyes has he not taken a larger leap?
So why hasn't he made an even larger leap through the fall practice?
In whose eyes has he not taken a larger leap? You're the only one saying that he hasn't.
I just asked you a question.
You're the only one saying he hasn't taken the leap, my guy. Listen to what you're saying. Listen to the question you're asking.
If he's made the leap from the spring the way he did, then by the time fall camp comes, it shouldn't even be a quarterback battle. But like I said, just wait till East Carolina and keep that same energy. And please.
Yeah, I can't even take the idiocracy that's happening right now. Do y'all hear what he's saying? You see how all over the place he is? This man is saying if Keelan Russell, the quarterback that's been in the system 2 seasons less than the red shirt junior 4-year system guy, if he's been in the system 2 years less, doesn't he have to go through the whole process of making up ground to prove that he could be in the competition? He went through that. He made up ground and proved that last year. right? With limited reps, limited opportunities. And then he turns around the following spring, and now he's in the competition. He starts the spring head to head. There is no guy. Then you come back into fall. What do you mean? Who's making the biggest increase, the biggest growth? It's the young guy that's in competition with the 4-year guy. Coach Snell, that's regardless of the fact. That's not even the point. The statements have been made. You see the consistent growth from Keelan, not just from me. If he is in, let's say round 3 of his trial as trying out for Alabama, he's in round 3. Austin Mack has been in what? Round 1 was 2024 spring. Round 2 was 2024 fall. Round 3 was 2025 spring. Round 4 was 2025 fall. Round 5 was just this past spring. You've gotten more rounds and you're battling with a guy that's only been in the fight for 2 rounds. What do you mean who's not separating? You're literally losing ground as he's gaining ground, or he's gaining ground and you're not moving. That's what the narrative, that's what you just explained. Mr. Football, since you want to talk about you know so much, what do you mean? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Let me go to the comments. We done turned this into one of the old school Coach Smook shows. Now, like, I should have left him on the phone. I just couldn't listen to the stupidity anymore. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't listen to it. What are you saying? You gonna ask me a question about if he's made such a leap? Why isn't he named the starter? Well, he hasn't had the same window to evaluate his growth. But the small window that he has is half the window that you've had with this other guy. And if in this small window, he's able to get through this window, right? This small window, he's able to get through that mug and catch up to the guy in front of him that's had a wider window, right? What do you mean? And in whose eyes has he not made the biggest leap? Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb both came out early in fall camp and both acknowledged the biggest change that you've seen from each quarterback. Command the huddle was the narrative. What's the first thing they talk about? Both quarterbacks getting better with command the huddle. Keelan Russell is definitely taking a huge leap in as far as that part, because everything else he does, he checks the box. They said that in multiple interviews. Building off of that is what they're focusing on. What do you mean he hasn't made up ground? Look, y'all, he texting the number talking about something. I hung up, told you couldn't handle me, rookie. No, nobody want to hear that BS you talking, bro. What you mean handle you? I don't want to lose viewers listening to you talk. I said, I don't want to lose viewers listening to you talk. They clowning you, bro. Good job. Thanks for the clip. Thank you. He made skips and bounds all count. What are they? Exactly, man. I don't get it. I don't know what they talking about. My point exactly, Coach Snell. Even if it is equal, why not go with the younger guy? If I got a newer car, right? Let's say I got a car. It's 4 years old. This car done made this car ain't did nothing significant for me. It's doing what a car is supposed to do. And the first time I get ready to put this car on the road, I start seeing where after 30 minutes, I'm getting uncomfortable in the car. I don't have the same GPS functions. I don't have the same, what they call it, all the extra stuff. I don't have all the cool stuff in the car that would help me stay up for a long ride or stay focused on the road, or I can't be comfortable on the phone while because I don't have Bluetooth. Right. But then after I take that one trip with this car, you know, in the midst of a situation where it wasn't a bad situation, I finished the trip, but I want better. I want more. I want to be able to listen to the music. I want voice control. I want the keep me in the lane, the automatic lane control stuff. I want the blinkers on my mirrors for when somebody's in my blind spot. Right. So I go and I purchase a newer car. It looks the same. Right. It gives the same feel. It got a lot more shiny stuff. It's way more. And then actually when I get in it, it drives faster. It's got the same amount of space. The music sounds just as good, but guess what? I could actually pick songs. I got different features I could use with the radio, right? And then also with this one, I got the new backup camera thing in the mirror, like the one that turns into like the backup camera, your backup, remember, turns into your backup camera so you can back up. I got that now. And then, oh yeah, my heated, my defrost on my rear view mirrors. I got all that in this new car. Right now, as a driver, it may cost me a little bit more gas money because the engine a little bit bigger in this car. But when I'm talking about everything I want on a trip, this car has it. I own both of these cars. Depending on how I feel, if I just want to get there and I ain't worried about it, maybe I'm just in the mode to not hear a whole bunch of stuff or be distracted. I'm gonna drive the car that's reliable. I know it can make the trip. It may not be as comfortable, but I'm gonna deal with it because it's there. But if I got an option to drive the better car and show up in style and show up with all the features and just enjoy my ride and be extra comfortable, do that, I'm gonna go with the newer car. Even if it ain't proven to be able to make that trip, because neither one of these cars has made the trip I'm about to make right now. I'm about to take a whole new trip. My choice, my whole prowess is how do I want to travel? And that's what the staff is being faced with right now. I know y'all love my analogies with my quarterback battle analogies. Past the quarterback battle, though, we had way more reports past quarterback battle. I just had to get that out there for y'all. Shout out to Chris Lowe. I mean, Bama fans, the ones that hate on me, not going to want to acknowledge, but we know what we did the other day when we made our little take, man, and people, they appreciate it. Shout out to the 83 likes on the stream, man. Y'all almost got us to 100 likes on the stream. Wow. If you haven't liked the button, you got 77 people still hanging around. The phone line is open. I opened the phone line just to call Brian and expose that BS he was talking, but yeah, man. Deborah, good to see you in the chat. I forgot you was even hanging around like that. Good to see the name in the chat. Appreciate you for pulling up. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Josh, my guy, says we are in a very fortunate situation with our QB room. It's an even longer season now, and depth is so important. Facts. Next King won. Next King, shut up. Folks is hating. that's it's part of the society that we live in. People want to hate. You shut up. How did you get a wristband? Did you pay for yours? Cause you the worst supporter I got, boy. You the worst. Like, shut up. You don't even be here enough to be confirming or denying what be going on, man. Shut up. What up, Dino? Good to see you, bro. I don't see why folks let this divide the fan base each year. As long as the best quarterback, it's not even dividing the fan base. It's just about having an opinion and wanting to stand for your opinion. I feel like people that be like, it's dividing the fan base, they soft skin. That's what I feel like. Dino, I feel like you soft skin. Where your wristband at? This the third time you came up here with your little play the middle of the fence comments. Come on, bro. You know we don't play that in this chat. What's good, Coach Smook? Fred, what's good, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. My sponsor, man. Y'all give it up for the sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Glenn, yeah. What's up? Splashing. I see you. The Mims splashing. Is you related to T.I. Mims? Is you related to T.I.? That's my guy. He's one of our receivers I like coming out of high school. Who is going to be QB3? Matt keep messing around and playing like he did at the scrimmage today. Is going to be him. I'm not playing. Jet brings some excitement. Jet brings excitement when he's on the field. Jet and what was John Gazigniga? They bring some excitement when they're on the field. Caden Tawai. You could tell he's a grown. If I was going to, and I'm not saying he trash, if I was going to predict a quarterback to hit the portal just because they don't necessarily fit the mold of the type of quarterback in that room right now, it would be him. He would go somewhere to like Arizona State, those type of offenses. And I'm thinking about like offenses in the past that kind of use the quarterback legs. Kawhi is a hard guy to bring down. And you could tell he got a strong base. Nice arm and everything. Man, no, you don't next gen. Hearing Del Gotti yesterday talk about how close Keelan and Austin are together makes me feel even better about things. And that's what I want everybody to say. All my takes come strictly off of what they do on the field. There's nothing wrong with saying that Keelan is the better quarterback when that's the case. There's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying that he has a better arm. I got friends that write better than me. I got musician friends that play the keyboard better than me. There's nothing wrong with that. That don't mean we can't play together. It's some gigs and some sets and some services where I'm the lead keys and they're the aux keys, or they're the aux keys. I'm the aux keys. They're the lead keys. I might get on Oregon. I might jump on the bass because of how good they are on the keys. It just makes sense. And so if to me, I knew that it was a situation, and I kept speaking on this. I knew that it was leaning towards Keelan Russell. 2 weeks, well, last week. What was the scrimmage? First scrimmage was last Thursday. So last Tuesday, when I reported that the conversations we're having, where you're seeing this quarterback get pulled off and the rest of them talking and doing this, or these two quarterbacks at this point in time during practice pulled off having this conversation, and then this gets broken off on there. Shamika Walker, don't you ever talk about that man name in this chat again. I don't know if you know the history, but he is way far from off. I'm sorry. I can't even put your comment on the screen. He is not who you think he is. And everybody here knows exactly who I'm talking about when I said that. If you wasting your money over there, or you wasting your energy over there, I'm telling you, don't do it. I want Keelan to win this job, but it's giving me Barnett and Hurts vibes. I don't want that to happen. And Anointed Gaming, I get what you're saying, right? But the difference between that and this is Jalen Hurts didn't have a spring, fall to compete for that job. Jalen Hurts had a spring and he had a fall camp. In the spring, he didn't get no first team reps. He just was out there making plays against the third string with his legs, being explosive. Everybody was kind of buzzing about him, but we were hype about the 5-star Blake, right? And then when fall camp started, and you know what? That was 2016? 2015, 2016? I would like to say that I started my insider journey then, because at the time, one of my former classmates, one of my little bros, Markel Benton, was on roster then. And he was the one giving me all the day-to-day talks and conversation like, man, this is what happened at practice. That's when I was like, man, I remember calling in the Touchdown Alabama. And I know I got some people that watch that channel. Shout out to Touchdown Alabama. I wish we can get Stephen Smith. I called in. I was like, man, I'm hearing it's youngin from Texas. Dude looking like they say he the next explosive quarterback. They saying he Blake Sims with a stronger arm. And the boy can move. They say he ain't got no like demeanor. He just handle business. And I've talked about Jalen Hurts. Stephen Smith was talking about Jalen Hurts. We had a guest. They had a guest on that show back then, and it wasn't even Glenn Teague. It was another. I want to say it was Antonio Langham was talking about Jalen Hurts. The only reason Jalen didn't get the nod from Coach Saban was literally because he only got to see him in the spring. The fall camp practice schedule wasn't the same as it is now. The scrimmages weren't structured the same way. Things are way different from then. So the reason why I say it's different now, because you've had a year evaluation. You've seen Keelan in some game. You know what? You remember what happened between Tua and Jalen? Right? I think the situation is more close to that. But the difference is Jalen had a year of proven winning in front of him on his resume. 2 years of proven winning. No, only one. Only one the first year Tua was on. When Tua was playing backup reps, still throwing for the same amount of passing yards as Jalen with half the snaps. And that's what you see happening at Bama practice, man. I reported some unofficial stats from the scrimmage today. Keelan went 23 of 28. 3 touchdowns. Should have been 4. One got called back. Austin Mack, not 20 completions. Good completion percentage, but not 20 completions. And both quarterbacks got around the same amount of reps. I don't care what y'all say, man. The man is Keelan. If a quarterback is picking to keep his job, it's definitely Keelan. Shout out to my brother Sean for renewing that membership, man. My boy came back and he said, I'm coming back. I'm going to get my wristband. The season about to kick off. I ain't got to waste no time hearing all that small talk, all that speculating. We here. We about to find out some answers. So, like I said today, I told y'all, I felt like I wouldn't be surprised. If Ryan Grubb came to the podium today, I think we would have had our answer. But Coach Kalen DeBoer came up. We don't have a definitive answer. Well, the answer that I got makes me lean towards Keelan. If it was Austin, the veteran, right? You want to instill some confidence in the veteran that hasn't proven himself, but he seems like he's the best option. You announce him so he can have that mental side of things already out the way. Come on now. He was notorious for it. And who was the first one to do it? Jalen. Russell could have been the guy last year, in my opinion. I'm just being honest. Shorty JS says, I was always wondering about you, Coach Smook, after the Bama football on YouTube. Glad I'm back with you. Keep up the great work. Hey, Shorty, don't just say that and disappear on me, man. Stick around, bro. I've been hearing that message for the last year and a half, 2 years now. People still looking for me over there on that channel, man. He fired us, chat. He fired us. Don't we look broken and distraught from that? He fired us, man. Nah, we here, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you subscribe. I promise you, this is the stuff you don't want to miss, bro. This is the stuff you don't want to miss. Literally, everything that he had available to him over there, we do it at, and we doing it times 10 over here without the being boxed in. Without being boxed in, we get to provide real insider reports without media propaganda. And the media members that truly understand that, they appreciate what we do because it's things that they can't speak on, but they can definitely come on and share some thoughts. And y'all will see them. They'll be popping in throughout this season. They'll be popping in. On my day off. You know what? Actually, I was actually going into work that day. As a matter of fact, Fred, being a shift supervisor or supervisor for that channel, right? I was actually calling the owner to try to get the schedule for the day, the work schedule, and got fired for trying to do my job. I'm just kidding. This is why I want to block you, man. I honestly wouldn't be mad if you didn't renew your membership. This is why I feel like you come in here just to kind of irritate me. You talking about you support me, but I feel like you come in here to irritate. Awesome perspective, bro. You actually put my mind at ease. Oh, for sure. When I went to gaming, that day was crazy, man. Y'all remember that live? I still want to take it off private so y'all can watch it again. That junk was funny. I go back and I watch it every now and then. I ain't never delete it. I go back and I watch it. It's funny. It reminds me of how far I came. Y'all think I'm ruthless now and I be giving trolls energy now, man. I was real protected. And I was laughing with HOC about that in the space, talking about, how I was swinging on everybody. When Kyle fired me, man, all them folks and them other folks, man, that don't share the same thought process of us, people who want to unite and grow together, all them R folks, they came out the wood ropes. They had been waiting for that black boy to get exposed and get kicked off. They had been waiting for it. And then they was really mad because y'all remember I made the little statement after seeing some racial comments in Way Offside's channel in them chat about Jalen Miro. And they weren't saying nothing about it. That's what made me mad. That's what made me have my take on Kyle's channel about fans speaking against Jalen Miro because of his race. That's what made me do it. And I told Kyle about it before I did it in my live, and he was supportive of it until he started getting backlash from those same people. Yeah, man. Been 2 years. It's been 2 years, 2024 when he did it. Y'all got to think, we did so much in it. And this is kind of ending the show, just small talk. If y'all need all the information, rewind. We did a whole 45 minutes, 50 minutes worth of intel from practice. This is me enjoying my chat. If you're coming in late, this is not how the show goes. I'm just enjoying the chat. We got a lot of viewers. I want to give y'all a chance to understand where we come from and how we are, the type of vibe we create in the chat. If you want to ask questions in the chat, go ahead. You got to be in the YouTube comments, though, to get your question answered, though. So if you're on Twitch, which I see 4 viewers on Twitch, we got 2 on Kick. That's crazy. We got 2 viewers on Kick. Give it up for Kick, man. The fact that Kick is even pushing us out there algorithm-wise is crazy. Twitch got 3 viewers. That's even better, too. I think I'm going to go ahead and start doing – we're going to do our vlog, game day vlogs on Twitch this season for exclusive subscribers only. So if you want to subscribe over there and watch the vlog, I think we can actually set the subscriber price over there to $2. So I make sure just if you want to be on the game day entourage where we're going to be at our tailgates, we're going to be in the stadium. We're going to be other places where most media is not allowed. Definitely tap in on the Twitch side. I used to do gaming content, so don't go over there judging about how it looks. It definitely was a gaming channel. Warzone gaming content at that. So, man, don't worry about that nonsense. Let's talk about you already know, Josh. I got you, bro. I got you. I think Kyle couldn't handle you and believe that you would never would believe that you would overshadow him. I believe that too. I mean, you was paying me to be on the screen for 6 hours a day, bro. and you was only paying me $600 a week while we was making you. I don't want to talk about this person. The boy wants to win. Keelan is a winner coming from Duncanville, confirmed starter. Facts. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I agree. Good point, man. You just said something. When you said Duncanville, it wasn't necessarily the point you made. But not the HOC. I can't remember if it was Ready Rock, Big Bama. Can't remember if it was. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Jay Witt. I can't remember. Whichever one of y'all Twitter, my Twitter family, the AAA Twitter family, the HOC family, whichever one of y'all said this, I want y'all to get credit for it. I don't know which one of y'all it was, but they said, think about this, man. Keelan Russell has played in more football games at a competitive level than Austin Mack. And when they said that, I thought, I was like, nah, they got around a similar amount of game action experience at the collegiate level. I started thinking back to the high school level. Austin Mack only was a starter for 1 year in high school, right? Went to some Elite 11 camps, very highly touted. I'm not discrediting anything. He only started. I'm laying out the facts. He only started 1 year at the high school level as the starting quarterback. He reclassed after starting for only 1 year as a junior in high school. Now, this is how good he is. He reclassed after starting as a junior, committed to Washington, reclassed to go ahead of class, and committed to Washington, guys. Under Kalen DeBoer and his staff, Ryan Grubb and his staff. He committed to Washington. Let's leave that story there. Let's pick this one up. Keelan Russell has been starting since, I want to say, 6th or 7th game as a true freshman. So 3 years as a full-time starter in Duncanville, Texas' highest classification of football per capita. You look at that, the amount of players, D1 players per capita that come out of Max League is nowhere near what you get out of the Dallas area, let alone the state of Texas. Right? California is number 3. State of Texas is number 1. As far as 5 stars per capita, California, I think, is like 7 or 8. You got other states that they're not in the top 5 per capita, and that don't mean per capita means like for the amount of people that we have, on average, we provide this at a certain rate. Ohio has a high rate; they're like number 3. For the amount of prospects that they put out more 5 stars per the amount of prospects the eligible prospects at the next level. That's what that is. So you look at the level of competition that Keelan has had to play, the players that have come not just off of that roster, but from out of that region that he's had to play over the past 4 or 5, for that time, 3 years. Think about some of the players that have come out of that region that played for Alabama. Think about some of the players that were on that roster, right? On that Duncanville roster that Coach Saban recruited. He's played against some competition, and he's been that starter there. He was a starter for 3 years. So he played more live action than Austin Mack. That's why you see him be so fluid. That's probably why he could deal with pressure and create plays off schedule more than Austin Mack. He has just literally more game experience. Austin Mack is 2 years older than him. Reclass came out a year before him, so he kind of makes the narrative be like he's 3 years older than Keelan. Keelan has seen bigger crowds over his career. So naturally, you would expect him to be able to handle some of the pressures that's being thrown at him. No live action pressure on Keelan yet. We've seen Austin Mack under live action pressure against Indiana, and it did not look good. To be honest, it looked exactly like it did in scrimmage number 1. One play here, one play there, move the ball a little bit, but for the most part, you struggle. And you might be giving the coaches confidence with how you pre-snap checks and all that. That's you're supposed to, bro. You've been dealing with these same coaches for 4 years. You came out of high school early to deal with, but you get the same. You talking about just the experience. Keelan has played a lot more ball than Russ. Than Mac, than Austin, and then you look at like Mac committed to Washington. Chat. He didn't commit to Alabama out of high school. He committed to Washington, to Kalen DeBoer in Washington, right? I don't think Mac was set to start his freshman year. He didn't start his freshman year. He wasn't even in competition against Michael Penix for the job. And before Kalen DeBoer came over, his name was in the runnings to compete for the next job, but it wasn't no definitive thing that he was the front runner. they had another quarterback in the room that ended up being the guy after DeBoer and Penix left. Like Austin Max, and this is no disrespect, chat. His ability to get on the field was dependent upon him being able to prove to this staff that recruited him and convinced him to reclass and come out a year early. Not sure what the parameters are on that. I don't know if the staff had any direct influence on Mac reclassing and coming into college a year early. But if that's the case, right, and you park the car at just those two stances, how many games they played at the high school level and the level that they played them at, how many games, they played at the collegiate level and what they were able to do in those situations, you lean towards Keelan to have the advantage. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't say Mac is trash. It just say, let's just say if you had the same situation with Keelan and you put him on the roster at Auburn against what's his name? Bynum Brown. Bynum Newton. Right? I think you still get a crazy good competition because and you couldn't even say that because he's proven. He started so much time. Any situation right now where your quarterback experience is in question, on-field experience is in question, Keelan Russell could be the guy for that job and you be confident growing with him. That's what I'm going to leave it at. So, we almost had a 2-hour show, hour and a half show. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We up to 90 likes on the live stream, y'all. 90 freaking likes. Appreciate y'all for the 90 likes. And as always, man, y'all know how I do, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you aren't a member of the AAA family, think about becoming a member of the AAA family and joining, becoming a member of this channel, helping us continue to grow. But also, you get exclusive input, insider coverage over your Alabama football program. And as proven today and proven in the past, we don't usually have a lot of numbers when we're right in the moment of creating the right situation, right? We don't usually have that. But when it seems like the numbers pop when we get proven right and the noise gets quiet, right? All the negativity gets quiet. Help us continue to quiet the noise by subscribing to the channel, by liking the videos, by commenting on the videos. If you believe in what the Coach Smook Network is building for not just your Alabama coverage, but for just your interactive coverage with college football and everything that we do as a community here, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you let somebody know this, come and subscribe. I don't care if they're a Bama fan or not. I guarantee you we got a spot for them here on the Coach Smook Network. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. Remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me. Just say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Roll Tide. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed. Think about becoming a member of the AAA family. I'll catch y'all later on tonight.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
madness in my bones, crimson in my veins, talking Bama in the microphone. Look me up on YouTube, true cut straight from the stone. Ain't no selling their retails, I'm exposing what they want. Alabama football, yeah, I live it, yeah, I breathe it. From the streets to the bleachers, every angle, yeah, I see it. Film study so militant, I ain't guessing a thing. Break it down, every snap is like a coach in the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I keep it though off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. Them boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. What's your name, bro? Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast. What's up, bro? Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.